Hello and welcome to January 17th's Tech and Science episode. Today's will be on the company Tesla. Tesla's Model Y, which started production in January and deliveries in March of just last year, was the first EV with advanced heat pump technology. This heat pump technology allows for the BEV to not have any range reduction in cold weather. The amount of times the entire vehicle has been upgraded since release is staggering. Within the months of March and July, over a dozen changes were implemented. Tesla doesn't wait around. They come up with something better for the consumers and they implement it. As seen with the upgrades to the Model Y in early December of last year, the refresh added the heat pumps, the octo-valve system, and double pane windows, and much more. In 2016, Tesla released their plans for entering every single major car segment. More than a year ago, Elon Musk discussed at a Tesla event in China about a $25,000 compact Tesla. They see the need and demand for compact vehicles in both Europe and Asia, where parking is more limited due to their much older design cities. Still, wherever you live, these vehicles will be the most affordable and have the best kilowatt hours per mile/kilometer efficiency. Any sort of fuel reserve, in this case electric energy in BEVs, battery electric vehicles, is more heavily worked with a heavier vehicle. So a lighter vehicle needs a smaller, lighter battery pack to travel the same distance. And yes, I said lighter. At 300 watt hours per kilogram, every 30 kilowatt hour difference makes the vehicle 100 kilograms lighter, making it even more efficient. Just on that aspect alone, that makes it, in comparison with the largest battery Nissan Leaf, approximately 6.25% lighter. On a, let's just say, 250 mile or 400 kilometer range, that 6.25% translates to 15.6 miles or 25 kilometers free refueling or recharging in this case. And you can bet all of these tech and software innovations Tesla comes up with will be rolling over into these $25K compact Teslas. This includes the new heat pump system, the double pane glass for their windows, software updates that have further increased efficiency and performance by additional percentages throughout the years over free over-the-air updates. That's right, the vehicles literally get better with time, increasing the value to the users. Plus, any innovations that Tesla comes up with in the next 2 years is going to be rolling over into these 25K compact Teslas. Tesla's autopilot, which now comes standard with all vehicle purchases, has been steadily improving as well, driving statistically safer than people without any driver assistant features enabled by orders of magnitude. Which, whether or not you think autopilot would dramatically enhance your driving experience, it will improve it greatly for those such as the elderly, especially at night when it's dark out. Plus, it'll free up time for people all over the world. On top of all this, it might come as a surprise to you, but according to the NHTSA, the Model S, 3, X, and Y are the safest vehicles they've ever tested since 2011. And the NHTSA stands for National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, and they're like the NASA of highway traffic safety. Just rollover risk alone, the Model Y sits at 7.9%, and the Honda CR-V is at 16.4%. The Model Y is approximately 1/2 of the usual crossover vehicle's rollover risk. This is due to the skate deck design of the BEV's low center of gravity. Okay, so we've mentioned autopilot. Now we'll talk a little bit about the full self-driving feature, which uses machine learning sent in from the million-plus vehicles in their fleet to the neural net to improve further over time. This huge data lead advantage puts Tesla closer and closer to their full level 5 autonomy, allowing vehicles to fully drive themselves. First, they want to prove that the FSD drives many times greater than people-driven vehicles in all scenarios. Similar to the autopilot used in plane flights, roads were designed with our vision in mind. So solving the aspect of sight will fully solve vehicles' ability to drive themselves in all circumstances. After all, we see with just 2 cameras we call eyes, and a brain which can compute at a maximum of 60 operations per second. And Tesla vehicles are equipped with a 160-meter forward-facing radar, which is approximately 1.5 city blocks, 12 ultrasonic sensors, and 8 cameras. 3 in the front, 2 on each side, and 1 on the back rear side of the vehicle. And their in-house manufactured FSD computer is capable of trillions of operations per second at 2300 FPS. This FSD software and hardware will bring about Tesla's Robo-Taxi network, allowing network users around the world 10 times cheaper vehicle travel rates than owning a car. In the year 2000, the greatest supercomputer costed $50 million and could compute 1 trillion operations. Now, just 2 generations ago of iPhones, the iPhone X with the A12 can compute 5 trillion operations per second. That's a 50,000 times price reduction in less than 2 decades, plus 5 times the operations per second. So really, that's 250,000 times a price reduction in less than 2 decades. The FSD platforms are said to require multi-hundred trillion ops per second. With both the hardware and software improvements exponentially growing, Tesla FSD network is fast on track to being fully developed. Robotaxi users will not need to pay or take the time out of their day to refuel. No paying for parking or insurance. That's all the vehicle owner's responsibility, and the users can be anyone, much like Uber, Lyft, and taxi networks. So the users get cheaper rates, and the vehicle owners get paid when they aren't using their vehicles personally, which is on average 90+% of most days. Tesla is looking into building their own insurance company. Tesla Insurance will be cheaper by being able to understand all the data coming from Tesla vehicles. Plus, no other insurance company fixes their own vehicles. An insurance company signs the work off to another company to fix any vehicle in an accident. FSD features greatly reduce the amount of accidents, and Tesla vehicles are the safest vehicles ever tested by the US government. Reducing both the cost of repairs with less accidents and less medical costs required to be covered by their best-in-class structural integrity when and if a crash does happen. Just look at this comparison between a Model 3 and a Lexus. Plus, the fact that they'll be making all their own in-house repairs, Tesla will strive to find ways of optimizing the way they repair their vehicles. Just think about it. With, let's say, a maximum of a dozen different types of vehicles that they need to repair, they can find the same repairs over and over again and find ways of being more efficient. All this saves Tesla vehicle owners cost on their insurance bills and further increases Tesla profits. Less serious accidents and improvement in repair operations equals less insurance payout. And Tesla claims all liability of any accident fault made while the vehicle is part of the Robo-Taxi network. All of Tesla vehicle lineups support an industry of clean energy development and innovation in cleaning up our atmosphere. But Tesla isn't just a car manufacturer. Their solar tile roofs and solar panels are amongst the highest quality solar PV systems and the cheapest in the United States. Plus, they're 33% cheaper than the industry average. Their solar side of the company is ramping up dramatically and is likely to be equivalent to their auto business. Just look at the biggest companies in the world. Many are energy companies. Their solar side of the company has generated so far over 17 terawatt hours of clean energy through solar. Their solar side of the company is also ramping up dramatically and is likely to be equivalent to their auto business. Just look at the biggest companies in the world. Many are energy companies. Tesla Solar, which just announced they'll be making their own solar energy converters, which will help reduce costs and facilitate ramp-ups through vertical integration. Alongside the solar PV system is the Powerwall and Megapack. Solar and wind farms greatly benefit from these megawatt-hour packs by storing energy generated during the night by wind turbines, plus the situations like on Tau Island, just 7 hours of sunlight is needed to store enough energy for the entire island's population for 3 whole days. The Powerwall is used by homes and businesses alike. Whether it's a rechargeable battery cell in a Megapack, a Powerwall, or in a vehicle, energy can be pulled during off-peak hours when energy is generated in its cleanest fashion and deployed / used during peak hours. Many places charge cheaper off-peak rates and more expensive peak rates. If this is the case where you live, your battery pack can literally save you and or earn you dollars daily. If your hourly rates are the same no matter the time of day, this practice is still a more environmentally friendly approach. Tesla is continuously working towards reducing their battery cell factory footprints. Their Giga and Terra factories are fully powered by solar, wind, and geothermal. And on Battery Day, Tesla announced plans to revolutionize even further how lithium-ion cells are produced. In the US, 76% of electricity is being generated by wind and solar. Since 2010, coal has been cut in half. Jeff Dan, the head of Canadian Battery Research Institute, has published research on new battery cell chemistry produced by Tesla that has shown with very strenuous use over 10,000 cycles with minimal degradation. That's over 2 million miles or 3.2 million kilometers. Batteries are usually taken way better care of than going from 0 to 100% in a charge. The greatest charge of your battery is between 20 and 80%, which would further increase their lifespan. Even ensuring a battery stays above 2% and below 95% helps considerably. Alright, so we've brought up some talk about vehicles and energy. Now we'll discuss Tesla's HVAC system. Integrating the tech of both their spectacular heat pump technology originally developed for their Model Y, the HEPA filter originally developed for their luxury line, and the software of the solar system will create a sustainable lower cost future. Their heating, ventilating, and air conditioning units will be designed for inside of people's homes and businesses. The idea first came into fruition during the last time CEO Elon Musk was on the Joe Rogan podcast. Tesla's aim is to create a quiet, highly efficient HVAC system, one that can predictively know when certain rooms should and shouldn't receive environmental controls, greatly reducing the amount of energy these systems require to operate. The average US home uses 46% of the house's energy output to power HVAC systems. And since Tesla's mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy, improving a home or business's energy efficiency is something they consider highly important. I know we didn't discuss the truck lineups of both the highly anticipated Cybertruck and Semi. Let me know down in the comment section, where do you see Tesla expanding to in the future? Their charging infrastructure is growing rapidly, and it's a global recharging network. Do you see them going to the moon? Do you see them going to Mars? And how about fully automatic high-speed tunnel systems that greatly reduce time in traffic? Like a subway train going from stops 1 to 10 while skipping all the stations that aren't its destination. I'm LGHammer, and if you've been watching, I'd really like to thank you. And please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Those are all fantastic options to freely support this channel and YouTube's algorithms. Thank you for being awesome, and until next time, peace.